In 2 Kings chapter 3, verses 6 through 11, we read, "So at that time, King Joram sent out from Samaria and mobilized all Israel. He also sent this message to Jehoshaphat, king of Judah. The king of Moab has rebelled against me. Will you go with me to fight against Moab?" "I will go with you," he replied. "I am as you are, my people as your people, my horses as your horses." "By what route should we attack?" he asked. "Through the desert of Edom," he answered. So the king of Israel set out with the king of Judah and the king of Edom. After a roundabout march of 7 days, the army had no more water for themselves or for the animals with them. "What?" exclaimed the king of Israel. "Has the Lord called us 3 kings together only to deliver us into the hands of Moab?" But Jehoshaphat asked, "Is there no prophet of the Lord here, through whom we may inquire of the Lord?" An officer of the king of Israel answered, "Elisha, son of Shaphat, is here. He used to pour water on the hands of Elijah." Now, why are we reading that today? Here's why. Elisha, son of Shaphat, is here. He used to pour water on the hands of Elijah. Elisha started out by serving Elijah. And in some ways, he ended up surpassing him. In Bible days, servants washed the hands and the feet of their masters. Elisha did that. He began with the humble task of pouring water on Elijah's hands. And he ended up receiving Elijah's mantle and using it to supernaturally part the waters of the River Jordan. For years, he cooked meals, he washed clothes, and he set up Elijah's tent. And when Elijah went to heaven, Elisha received a double portion of his spirit and ended up working twice as many miracles as Elijah. There's an important lesson here. If we enter the service of the Lord wanting to start at the top, we're going to fail. Why? Because the only promotion that matters comes from the Lord. Psalm 75, verses 6 and 7 says, "No one from the east or the west or from the desert can exalt themselves. It is God who judges. He brings one down, he exalts another." Now, knowing that his time on earth was limited, the Apostle Paul put in place a succession plan for his ministry. And if we are wise, we will do the same. I know that even though I'm hoping to work at least another 8 years in active youth ministry, I'm already working on plans for a smooth transition for our ministry to youth in the World Golf Village, and for handing that over to a new leader who will take us into the future. Speaking of Timothy, in 2 Timothy 2:24, Paul writes, "And the Lord's servant must not be quarrelsome, but must be kind to everyone, able to teach, not resentful." When we try to compete with others or exploit circumstances to our advantage in order to try and get to the top, don't be surprised if we find God blocking our way. When Peter started in ministry, he was like a racehorse that hadn't been broken. He was high-strung, impulsive, and ambitious. But later on in 1 Peter 5 through 7, he wrote, "In the same way, you who are younger, submit yourselves to your elders. All of you, clothe yourselves with humility toward one another, because God opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you." Peter learned that humility is the pathway to honor. Paul learned that too, and Elisha also knew that. We would be wise to learn that too. We've been encouraging our youth to become influencers through their service of and to others. We can all do that. So find someone that you can humbly and quietly serve today. And that's a good word for all of us. We want to remind everyone that this Sunday is World Communion Sunday, and we will be celebrating with 1 day of unity service, followed by an international potluck luncheon, games, and music on the church grounds following the service. Now, our service will be at 10 a.m., so only one service this week. And we hope that you will join us, and feel free to bring a lawn chair. And if you can't make it in person, you can join the worship celebration at 10 a.m. on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel at the Village Church at World Golf Village, where you can worship with us at any time. Also, on Sunday afternoon, Nick Patterson will be presenting a free concert at 2 p.m. in our sanctuary. All are invited, so plan on joining us and bringing a friend. And we still have a few spots for each of our Operation Christmas Child mission trips to the OCC Processing Center in Charlotte. Trip 1 is November 23rd through the 27th, and Trip 2 is December 2nd through the 6th. Participants must be at least 13 years of age or older. If interested, contact the church office soon. And just a reminder, tonight is homecoming in Toroland as Tokoi Creek takes on rival Beachside. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock, and if you'd like to go over, tickets are available online. You can go to the school website for more information. Hope to see you there. Have a great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday. And I'll be back on Monday morning with more from the Word for You today.